I came to Dort because I felt safe here. You know, Sioux Center is generally a safe place, and, you know, no one's locking their doors. People call you by your first name. You can walk outside, you know, with nobody there, and you don't feel unsafe. But that's not completely true. You know, I've experienced that firsthand. Melanie, it was 3 months, 16 days, 3 hours, and 25 minutes. Honestly, I didn't go a minute without thinking about her. We were so close, sharing adventures, good times, you know. She was always the life of the party, you know. She made everyone feel included. Every family gathering, every holiday, every milestone is marked by her absence. We searched high and low, we put up flyers, we did everything, but there are no signs of her. The worst part's not knowing, you know, if she's okay, if she's safe, if some ag kid took her apart and dismantled her. Like, I just want to know she's okay.
His name was Greg. I don't remember a time without Greg. Losing someone, especially a board like Greg, it leaves a void in your life that you just feel is impossible to fill. Greg was more than just a piece of wood and wheels to me. He was my companion, my mode of transportation, and my source of freedom. We've been through a lot together, this board and I, cruising down winding roads to cutting through crowded cities. It always had my back. My board was like my extra limb, an extension of myself, my child, my love.
My name is Jean-Claude Van Robert Lund. I'm a detective, and I was assigned to the case of Melanie and Greg. Melanie and Greg were only the first of 2 thefts around campus. They're easy to take, and it's a fast getaway. Not to mention, the owners of these boards are incredibly careless. They just leave them outside of the buildings, like nothing is going to happen to them. It's like leaving a bag of cash on your front step.
I remember it like it was yesterday, you know. It was a Tuesday. I woke up from my 8 a.m. for class, and I rolled over to greet Melanie like I do every morning. We ate breakfast together as usual. Melanie wouldn't miss it for the world. She was like that, you know. I packed my bag for class and I rushed over with Melanie to the science building. Didn't want to be late for class, and once I got there, I let her roll into the bushes. I was gone for maybe an hour, maybe a little bit more. I go back and she was gone. I called for her. I scoured every single nook and cranny of this campus, and I even made posters hoping for her return, but nothing worked. I would do anything to get her back.
Yeah, I knew Melanie. Things like that happen, and you never expect it to happen to you until it does. I took Greg with me to practice at the rec center and dropped him off outside the door. I would have said so much more if I had known that was the last time I was going to see him.
As soon as I was assigned to this case, I knew it was going to be perhaps the highest profile case to ever land on my desk. Although it was going to be difficult, justice had to be served. I started by questioning witnesses. My lead suspect was tall, Dutch. Didn't narrow it down that much, but I knew he wore glasses. I've had a few run-ins with this suspect before, and in my gut, I knew it was him the whole time. But I had to keep that on the wraps. I didn't want him to know that I was on his tail, otherwise he would skip town. After we got him in custody, it was less about justice, vengeance, and revenge, and more about just reuniting the boards with their rightful owners.
How did I feel when Greg had been returned? Near tears, I'll tell you that. I ran out of my dorm faster than I ever had before. He was just like I remembered him. Beautiful, graceful, unblemished. It was the happiest day of my life. Not even my future wedding day could compare. You can't describe the feeling of having something returned to you after such a long time like that.
So, how did it feel to be reunited after being gone for so long?
At that point, I'd given up hope. I figured any news I was going to get was just bad news, you know? I dreaded the call that they found her dead in a forest or something, or the moment I knew she was found, I crumbled with relief. She was okay. She hadn't been dismantled, and I was going to see her again. Something like that changes you. It makes you more aware, more protective, more scared. But now that the criminal's behind bars, I can sleep at night.
I wouldn't wish this experience on my worst enemy. If you have a board, protect it with your life. Longboards are more than just a board, and if you agree at all, you'll fight against longboard theft. It's real.